Did that shit with his chest. I ain't heard no white people say that shit with their chest on the stage yet because I feel like y'all are trying to be politically correct and that shit's some bullshit. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
I agree. Let me in, bro.
Can a black woman have hair?
Hold on one fucking second. Hold on. I'm not finished. Do I have any white people on the stage who want to say that shit with their chest? I'm talking about in your kitchen, and I'm talking about the shit you gonna say to your husband, your wife in the kitchen that you never gonna say nowhere else because you're afraid that people gonna want to believe that you this way or you that way. Nah, because guess what? If you saying that shit in your kitchen, you can say that even if they disagree with that shit. Because guess what? This is the Million Marathon, and we keep it 100 in this month. So let's go.
I'm your Huckleberry. Hey, bro, I'm your motherfucking Huckleberry. Let me have the fucking stage.
Let's talk about it.
So I can let y'all know some shit.
All right, jump in, Huckleberry. Jump in.
All right, bro. So first and foremost, my name is...
Hold on the stage, Mars. Can y'all wake up and kick him the fuck out of the room immediately?
It's
a troll.
Hold on. Let his punk ass come to speak.
Nah.
Fucking real man.
Nope, it's BOF. He out of the room. We booting him.
Thank you. Go ahead. Continue the story, bro.
Y'all kicked him.
Story, bro. Did y'all kick? Hold on, did y'all kick? Oh, no. Keep Grayson. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Grayson. All right, come on.
So anyway, let me try to slow down because this shit's got me a little bit excited and my adrenaline's fucking pumping. So like I was saying, man, I've been a gangster disciple since 1989 and I became the gang chief in an all-black organization. There's a lot of things that I can speak to. Like one, if you want to Google 21st Century Vote, that was when the gangster disciples, Larry Hoover was the chief of the organization. He was in the penitentiary. This is before 1996. The gangster disciples in the city of Chicago started to back politicians, Carol Mosley Braun, Richard Daley, and we were going to try to use that to change the political votes to get Chief out of the penitentiary. When they did this, they ended up hitting Chief with a racketeering charge and organized crime, and now he's in fucking Colorado with the ADX dude. So right there's your fucking racism and the white people being scared of the Black Power movement. I've witnessed it my whole fucking life, all right? Now, at the same token, in Waukegan in Chicago, Illinois, I was considered a fucking neighborhood superstar. Again, my name's Grayson Ludovicus. Google my fucking name. I just beat a 125-year fucking prison sentence. And I have a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the ATF, the U.S. Marshals, the DDA, and the Lake County Fugitive Task Force. And if you want to try to pull my fucking card, I will send you the case file. You can read it for your fucking self. All right? You can Google my name, find it on fucking Facebook.
Yeah, but what does this got to do with the conversation? Yeah, get to the point. Respectfully, bro. Come on, man.
No, you're right. I'm just a little amped up. So here's the other side of it, right?
I think he's trying to get his Google Analytics to trend.
No, not really, bro. I'm not in business like that, all right? If that was the case, I'd be telling you to Google Khalid and Kia and come buy some fucking cars for me because I'm a used car manager. But that's a different story.
Oh, my God.
Can I have get in there
I need somebody to say this shit with they fucking chest.
This is Chuck.
Hold on one second.
Let him have his point.
Yeah, don't.
Somebody push it off. Bring them back, man. Come on, man. Let's be respectful.
Let's be fair.
Come on, man. Let's be respectful, man. You know, they got whole rooms about people getting kicked off stage.
Now that I got that bullshit out of the way, right? So here's real talk. So it's two things. One, in the streets, right, I was accepted and I was considered one of the guys. All of a sudden I get to the penitentiary and guys from different neighborhoods are basically, I'm a fake, I'm a fraud, I'm a wigger, I'm a wannabe because I'm a Caucasian male from the suburbs, right? So that's not reverse racism. That's racism I experienced from the black community. But I was also accepted from different areas of the black community. Now, one of the things that Byron was talking about was culture and class. I think it was, I forget, but I agree with both him and Coach because there is systemic racism towards the black community, but what a lot of people don't understand is this. There's a lot of blacks that are racist towards whites, and I've experienced most of my life, and I'm not a racist person.
Oh my God.
Okay, bullshit. Okay, now prove it right now.
One mic. Hey, listen. One fucking mic, man. We need the truth, man. How the fuck we gonna get the truth if motherfuckers don't want to hear the truth? From his perspective.
Agreed.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Let's be the fuck quiet. Respectfully. Go ahead, Grayson.
Deadly honest.
So in the penitentiary, right? I've had plenty of brothers from from the south side of Chicago, 39th and State, 69th and Carpenter, Inglewood, the Wild Hunters, sit there looking me in my face and say, you're white, I can take your girl, I'm better than you at basketball. You can never dunk on me. You can't do this. I'm your ass in the fight. Just because I'm fighting fight.
Let him finish.
If you unmic
Hey,
Okay,
hold on one second. Hold on. Keep that thought. You got to take place.
You're in the Matrix, Byron.
I'm here.
Here's the deal. Okay, fuck.
I'm here.
All right, here's the deal. I need my mods to be real active. If you see somebody coming off their mic to say some old disrespectful troll type shit, now don't kick off the motherfucker who talking. Come on, man. Let's be respectful. But kick off any of these trolls who just jumping in, just saying whatever the hell they want to say and disrupting the floor of the room. Just kick them completely out of the room. Respectfully. Conversation going crazy.
All right, so now as I was saying, while I was in the penitentiary, I experienced all kinds of all right? Nigga, fuck off, man, with your bullshit. All right? Now, at the same token,
Hold up with that.
Come on, man. Let's keep. Yeah, he did. Let's keep the conversation going. Hey, man. Hey.
Beat the motherfucker.
Can we? Hold on one second. It is keeping it real. Hold on. It is keeping it fucking. No, listen. Brian. No, listen. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm talking. Yeah. But here's the deal, though. Listen. I don't want no sugar-coated MLK bullshit-ass speeches in here. Because I don't think we gonna grow like that. Let that man speak his truth. And if you, hold on one second. Bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Listen. Oh, God. Y'all motherfuckers. Here's the deal, man. Hold on. Here's the deal. I want to hear the truth. Okay? I want to hear the truth. I'm going to say that shit again. I don't want to hear no sugar-coated, made to be nice, made to be friendly bullshit. Because that's not the truth. I want to hear the truth. Is that okay with everybody? But it's going to trigger you. Hold on one second. And guess what? When he's done, respond to the shit truthfully. That's okay too. Because I want to hear the truth from all sides. But I need to hear the truth. So let's go ahead and continue the conversation.
Next one, 10 seconds.
This is Chuck. I'm back. I changed my profile.
Hold on one second. What's college still speaking?
Moderator muted you.
I think they booted him for saying the N-word.
Grayson, are you here?
I'm gonna say this one time. Any of y'all white folks in the N-word that you won't say in real life, I'll smack the shit out you. Don't say no shit like that.
I'll give you my address. I'll give you my address, bro. I'll give you my address. You can show up whatever you want, dog. Say less.
Hold on one second. Grayson, finish your conversation.
So now fast forward. Now I got out of the penitentiary in 2001. I changed my life. I got a really good education, and my education is what saved me. And now I do want to also say, I got a couple of guys from the neighborhood that are black that raised me, and they helped me become the man that I am. And I am so very grateful to these individuals. Boss Man and Mike are their nicknames. You can find them on my Facebook feed. We were just talking the other day. And now I'm in the automotive industry, and I ended up becoming a very good closer, blah, 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 whatever. I became the finance director at some very large dealerships. Now, here's the racism that I experience every single day on both sides of the coin. So the other day I got a salesman that's black. His name is Dylan. He comes to me for a turnover, talks about he's got this old white guy that wants to leave. He doesn't want to negotiate, get a trade in, or see any numbers. So I walk out there, right, and I hear the man's voice. He's a hillbilly. So what do I do? Hey there, my name's Grayson Ludovicis. I'm from Eastern Kentucky. I just wanted to come out here and talk to y'all a little bit. What the fuck does the man do? He turns around, wants to trade, get an appraisal on his car. We turn around and sell him a car. If that's not fucking racism, I don't know what is, right? Now, same thing. Blacks come in to buy a car. And there's various ones, right? Ones that are educated and more articulate. I could be whatever character I want to be. But we get a lot of motherfuckers that'll come in that are from the projects. Now, if I go in,
I don't want to deal with guys.
Hold on. Let him talk. Let him talk.
I'm saying good night. This is not who I am. I don't want to be a part of this. This guy's in the car.
Just leave quietly then.
And fuck him. fuck up. This is a hill.
No. Brian. I get it, Brian.
I'm not part of this.
Okay. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to announce it. Go ahead and finish it.
Hold on. He said he was in the car business. That explained to me why Santander Consumer Finance got sued by the federal government for $400 million for predatory lending against blacks.
Why is this an argument right now?
Hey man, can we get one fucking mic?
I'm gonna try it one more time. This is too difficult for me.
Hey,
They talk like that.
can we
Respectfully, Grayson should apologize.
No. Shut. Yeah, exactly. One fucking mic. Hey, whoever called me a fucking coon, kiss my black ass, you bitch ass piece of shit. That's what you do. Respectfully, Mars kick. Hey, listen. I need. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one fucking second. Hold on one second. Hey, Mars, I need my Mars to get active right now. I need my active. Yeah, let's kick him the fuck out of here. Listen, let me explain this shit again. Let me explain the rules again. Cause you motherfuckers, y'all real confused.
You're in the Matrix. We can't even hear through the Matrix.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Listen, we need honest conversation from both sides. If we don't get honest conversation from both sides, this conversation is not going to be authentic. It's going to be bullshit. If you want bullshit, then leave quietly. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to say anything. But we need to know that this is going to be an honest conversation. That's all I'm asking. So let's
interrupt him again. Let him speak.
Absolutely.
So just with that Byron is speaking.
I'm still here, y'all.
Please.
All right, let's. Who's the lady that was speaking? I want the lady that was speaking. Oh, okay. Fuck.
This is Chuck. I'm back.
Okay. Okay, where's Chuck?
I was interested in hearing that guy's story.
Okay, I'm back. I got.
Already. He ain't landed.
They kept interrupting.
The muting room.
Okay. One mic.
This is Chuck.
Did the guy finish? Chuck. Go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead.
All right.
Chuck.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Here's what I want to say. When Jackie and the other two white people, here's the deal. We are a very young country. We have absolutely no idea how to really communicate because speech is nothing more than a translation of an emotion. We are speaking to Caucasian individuals who speak from a position of ownership. If you notice, whenever we tell them how we feel, just like Black Lives Matter, all Black Lives Matter is that, hey, you guys have been mistreating us for this so many years. You guys, need to listen to us. And here's what you get. Well, you know what? Here's white people. I've been, treated, bad too. So why don't you pull yourself up by your bootstraps? Every time we tell them our issue, every time we try to communicate what we want, and how, they always tell us how we're wrong. You're speaking from a position of ownership as if our words don't matter and you want to speak for us. Whenever we say, hey, I have a problem, I feel differently, shut the fuck up and listen. This is not your story. I wrote this script. The black people wrote this script. You need to be able to hear. You have nothing to say. You have nothing. You don't know anything about black culture. You don't know how we were raised. I'm 58 years old. I was raised by a black sharecropper who was born in 1907, who didn't even have the right to vote until 1964. So all his, he came from a position of not even dealing with the political process. This is how I was raised. So if we want to change this, we can't make it easy for that lawyer, for Kyle Rittenhouse and the other, three for Ahmaud Arbery. We cannot allow them to get away with that. And our Democratic people who we put in office to represent us, we need to let them know that they don't have balls or nuts to stand up and call it for what it is. We're in this position because we keep trying to talk about a a symptom to a deeper rooted problem. We can talk all day about laws. We can talk all day about, what we need to do. But until we learn how to communicate, until we stop allowing people of non-color to sit up here and say, hey, you guys, you know what? I get treated like this too. I got 2 black friends. I got 3 black friends. I got a white friend too. But it doesn't make it easy for us to communicate just because he's white. Now, I deal with 30 white women a day. My clientele is white women. Why? Because they got money, and I'm a black man getting that money. This is my form of reparations, is being able to talk to them and get money from, what I do as an entrepreneur and a photographer. So I hear all these white women tell me all the time how, George Floyd was fake, how, Barack Obama wasn't a true citizen. I listen to this all day long, and they honestly, truly believe that, but they have absolutely zero experience about our culture and where we come from. So basically, it's very difficult to talk to white people because they're speaking from a position of ownership. Our words have no value.
Here's the deal. I got to say something. Hold on one second. No. You don't have to announce it, man. Y'all are some narcissistic son of a bitches, bro. Like, you don't have to. Here's the deal.
I was just trying to say thank you for
Here's the deal.
Byron, I was trying to say thank you for
Hey, yo,
okay. That's all.
Hey,
And they took me out the room. I never got to land my plane.
Matrix.
Okay. Here's the deal. I think here's the deal. One thing I've noticed, right? Because see, again, I'm gonna go back. I grew up in a very, very diverse environment, right? And what that diversity allowed me the opportunity to do is really, really get around different groups of people and listen to them speak honestly, okay? And when they would speak honestly, you'd be surprised that a lot of white people do understand the black struggle, the black history. They understand all of that shit. They really do. It's just that they see it from their own lens, okay? Just like how black people, we understand white history. Well, this is American culture. It ain't too much new under the sun. We understand what's going on. It's just what happens is when we get around each other, right, we get real politically correct, right? And we don't share the truth. White people shut down when black folks get mad, right? And then white people say, oh, well, I don't even want to participate in that shit because, I don't want to be seen as a racist, or I don't want to be seen as this. But in reality, they don't feel the way that they say that they feel. Because if you get them in a real intimate environment and you talk to them on a real level, they will tell your ass the truth about how they really feel about black folks. And not necessarily from a racist place. Some of it comes from a real, like a real concern and honest place. It's not necessarily coming from a racist place, but what happens in these conversations is we get so polarized. We get so polarized that we can't keep it real, right? We can't keep it real. And I believe that if we allowed everybody to come to the table with their truth, we could get somewhere. So,
a really beautiful idea that you
Byron, this is Lewis. Let me speak my truth. What's up?
yeah, jump in, Lewis. Hold on. I want Lewis to speak. Hold on. Hey, everybody mute your mic. Everybody mute your mic.
I can't do this anymore, sorry.
Especially the person with